I found out my best friend of over 20 years was a predator. Jay, 26M, and I, 23M, have been friends since we were toddlers, as our parents were friends and we lived right down the street from each other. We were very close, pretty much brothers, for many years up until 2 months ago. Our close friendship has been on and off. With our age gap, the distance grew immensely in middle and high school, but we always managed to reconnect every other year or so. When I moved back in with my parents about 2 years ago after coming back from college, we were attached at the hip and hanging out every other day. Whether it was going out to eat, shop, work out, or just doing nothing, we would do it together. The problems began when his girlfriend of 4 years broke up with him last year. Naturally, I was there to support and comfort him through his depression. I introduced him to a lot of my friends that he didn't know, who I had been hanging out a lot with over the last few months. Things were going good at first. He got along with everyone naturally since he had good charisma and social skills. However, I started to notice that everyone that once got along with him started to stay away from him. Whenever I would invite friends out and mention that he was coming, they were very hesitant or just ended up not going. This went on for about a month, and initially I thought it was just a situation where people you think would get along just don't, and that's fine, but something didn't feel right to me. I ended up asking my friend Michelle, 23F, about it, since she was always in the know about everything drama related in our friend group. When I confronted her about it, she introduced me to her friend, Taylor, who was about 2 years younger than us and had gone to our high school. Michelle said she was hesitant to talk to me about it since she knew how close Jay and I were. Taylor and I talked for a bit and I was appalled at what I heard and saw. Taylor told me that Jay was hitting on her and flirting with her when she was a sophomore, about 15. Even with only that and the screenshots of old flirtatious texts, I was disgusted since he would have been 20 years old trying to be with a 15-year-old girl. However, it did not stop there. She recounted how he had been over to her house one time, and coerced/forced her to have sex with him since her parents weren't home. Needless to say, I was utterly disgusted and ashamed to be associated with him. It felt like my entire world was a lie. My brother and best friend who was always there for me was a piece of shit. Immediately after, I drove over to his house and asked him about it. As soon as I mentioned Taylor, his face told me everything I needed to know. He kept on trying to explain and paint himself in a better light, but I couldn't hear or process it all with all these emotions flowing through my mind. This was 2 months ago. I have essentially ghosted him and removed all social media posts we have together. He still texts me on occasion, but I always just leave him on read. I cannot even think about responding to him, and the more I reflect back on our lives together, the more I recall all of his worst traits. I started realizing why my parents and so many family friends did not like him. Overall, this has just made me hate him, more than I have anyone in my life, which is a drastic 180 from brotherhood. This just goes to show that even if you spend your entire life with someone, there can be dark parts they never want to show you. I am so sorry that Taylor had to go through those horrific experiences because of Jay, and I will never ever forgive him for it.